Hello and welcome to Team Liquid Strategy Guide for Amirdrassil, the Dream's Hope. I am Kalamazi, and today I'm presenting Telegon's breakdown of the mechanics from Mythic Igira the Cruel. Mythic Igira only has one change from Heroic, and as a result, it is fairly significant. On Mythic, whenever you soak a weapon from Mark of Torment, Igira forges the remaining weapons and begins using the associated mechanics instead of forging the weapon soaked and using its mechanics. As a result, we will want to soak in according to the difficulty of the combinations, as the boss deals more damage after each round of Mark of Torment. The most difficult combo is the Hacking and Flayed Torments, produced by soaking the Sword or Slicing Torment, removing leaps and leaving you with healing absorbs, ball dodges, and group soaks. It is likely that you will want to do this combo first to get it out of the way, after which you may choose between the Flaying and Slicing or Slicing and Hacking Torments by soaking either the Axe or Knife respectively. So we would choose to soak the Sword first, Axe second, and Knife third. This results in the first phase mechanics being group soaks and healing absorbs, the second phase mechanics being healing absorbs and leaps, and the third phase mechanics being leaps and group soaks. Aside from casting his additional abilities, this fight is very similar to Heroic, and you'll want to continue to min-max blistering spear positioning to deal with them quickly. Stack 2 spear targets on top of each other, and have 2 go left, right, and back relative to the boss. This should cause them to die extremely quickly to cleave, while not causing an excessive amount of raid damage. It is likely you will use a weak aura to make positioning with spears more consistent, however organizing these stacks around the boss without a weak aura shouldn't be too challenging. Twisting Blades fires 2 additional projectiles in Mythic difficulty, making them more difficult to dodge. You should be aware of tank positioning, and tanks should do their best to make predictable movements and be close to each other at all times to tank drenched blades. During Marked for Torment, players in melee should stack and move together to make searing sparks easier to deal with. In terms of assignments, you need to identify 3 unique groups of players, 1 group for each Mark for Torment cast due to the Flesh Mortification lockout. You will also need to assign 2 sets of players to rotate through the group soaks in the phases it is present. For the Soak and Healing Absorb phase, players debuff with Heartstopper, the Healing Absorb, should not participate in the group soak, and you should ignore his assignments in this phase. Since players should not receive Heartstopper twice in a row, these players would be able to participate in the following group soak. Players who receive Heartstopper should move away from the group to be healed to make it easier for most players to dodge the Vital Rupture Orbs that spawn as a result. For healers specifically, we recommend acquiring a Frame Glow or your emphasis of preference on your raid frames for players that are debuffed with Heartstopper. This is to make it easier for those players to be targeted and prioritized for healing. With that, we very much hope you found this guide useful. Please feel free to leave feedback or commentary below this video, and make sure to keep an eye on this channel as more guides will be coming out soon. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll catch you all in the next one.